So, welcome to our podcast number 9, Simi Podcast, Pickleball. I'm Todd Johnson. This is
Beth Morris.
Mark Pickering.
Kelly Mata.
Flo Trapani.
Yay! All right, so now we know who we are.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, why'd you guys ask to be on the show?
Yeah, why'd you bug us?
Yeah, why did we get to get in here?
What are you doing here?
Well, we knew that you have a very large audience, so we're like, we need to be a part of this.
I want to thank all my viewer for tuning in today.
Exactly. And we love Flo and we love Todd.
Yeah. This is good.
So, I've never gotten to play with you, I don't think.
We have.
Have we?
A long time ago.
Well, I know.
I think
Well, I
first
know.
time,
You just said you didn't get to play with her.
If I did, it must have been a long time ago.
I think I've only played against you.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I came down, I think the first time to Duck Pond with Amanda and EO. And I think we played you guys.
We played.
How many times did you play at Duck?
I haven't played there recently, but I've probably played there, I don't know, 40 times or so.
Wow,
in the last
that's a high number. Higher than mine.
guess
Are you a gambler? Is that where we're going?
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with that. That's a lot of trips to
I
see.
might be, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got 200,000 miles on my car.
Wow.
So you all three live in Ventura?
Yes.
Yes.
Walking distance to each other?
To each other, no.
Maybe a bike ride.
Yeah,
Kelly and
maybe
I
a
could
bike
walk.
ride. We
Kelly
probably
and I
could
could
walk,
walk
yeah.
to each other.
Yeah.
But
I'm
Mark's off the
walking
avenue,
distance
he's
to
kinda-
one of the pickleball courts.
that's
yeah,
nice.
that's kind of nice. Yeah.
Ah.
Yes.
We just
And-
want to promote our business.
That's what we're doing.
But
Yeah.
he didn't get to introduce himself, and Kelly didn't introduce herself. I mean, you just talked to Beth
Oh,
only because
she's
she's
closest.
a cute blonde. You gotta talk to Positive Mark.
Mark,
Okay.
how did we meet?
Wow, that's a great story. It was a trip where I think you were camping here at the beach, and you came to play some local pickleball. I was pretty new into the sport at the time, and you came to Ventura, and think you played at Juana Maria, I think, and the level was not very high compared to the Simi people,
Right.
and Todd picked me out and said, I want to play this guy.
Yeah.
And that was nice of him, so I felt kind of special there. And then I realized how good he is at third shot drops and how advanced in the game. So
Did I nasty Nelson you?
I don't think you did. But that would have been a great,
It was a bad day. Then.
many a great drops, and I just thought, I want to do that. I want to be like that. So yeah, little did I
And
know.
why do we call you Positive Mark?
You know, I try to stay positive all the time, I think. You know, I try
You
to
do?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to put a positive spin on it. I feel like it helps, even my partner, when I've played with certain people and I thought about doing a big tournament together, and if they're not quite a positive, supportive partner, it really pulls you down. So I feel like being positive not only is better for me, it's really good for your partner. And then when we went into teaching, as I met you and then we got into teaching, we'll get into that later, it works really great with the students. They feel like they are getting better, they're making good shots, that keeps them coming back.
Yeah.
So didn't you talk about Mark in one of the podcasts? I think you said that he every time he's like, great shot.
We had an episode where we talked about nicknames.
Yeah.
Oh, did you? Nice.
And, yeah. So were you ever called that before pickleball?
No, not before. I think the Simi crew named, it was probably you, yeah. I think it was you, Todd, yeah. Because it seemed
might
like
have
the
been.
Simi crew had, we had positive and we had the negative.
We had negative stand for a little while.
Yes, yeah. Maybe he may have changed his ways, I don't know. But that was great how you have those nicknames, which is really fun. Yeah. And I don't know if you were already called.
It's funny because we'll go somewhere new and we'll say, do you know this guy Mark? And they'll go, I don't know. And I go, Positive Mark? And they go, yeah, I know him.
Oh, that's
they know.
great. Oh, wow.
It's such a apt title.
Fantastic. I love it. And I don't know if you were nicknamed or we nicknamed you the Todd Father, because I thought you were one of the...
I like that.
I heard that
The
once
Todd
before
Father.
from Tyler.
You really? Okay.
Remember, you know Tyler?
Yes, yeah, we haven't seen him in a while, but he's back, I
Yeah,
understand.
well, he's around. But
He's around.
He's doing his own podcast.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
The exchange. That's great. Yeah. And I think the Todd Father came because, like you say, you had been doing it longer than anybody I knew.
Yeah,
You were
yeah.
teaching. You knew the the essentials, and you had perfect thirds. So I feel like you taught me a lot, and we owe you a lot.
Yeah. And Kelly, how did you meet Flo?
Well, I was at Ventu, and I was fairly new to pickleball and new to going to Ventu. And Flo would come, and she would play in the corner with her friends, you
At
know.
Ventu?
But was very friendly. But we never really talked at Ventu.
She doesn't go to Ventu very
Oh,
often.
I
she
played a
did.
couple yeah.
It was during the day, I
Yeah.
remember.
Yes.
And she was with, I forget some other ladies, but the better pickleball player group, right? So one day when I was there at Ventu and Flo was fluttering around, she actually had a conversation with us and came and talked to us and made us feel included. And then eventually, I'm not sure if we played that day, but there may have been another day when we went to Duck. But then I found out at Lemon, there's this rating. These are the good players here. This court's for so-and-so, this court's for so-and-so. And I'm like, how do I get to this court, right? Flo and Todd were on that court. But
Nice.
then we did play Flo and Todd, I think a mixed game. I was playing with somebody, and so.
Yeah, and
that's
look what
how-
happens. We get these, not Beth, she probably always was really good, but we get these guys started,
Yeah.
and now it's like, oh, Mark and Kelly
Yeah.
and Beth. We see them across the courts or on the lower level. Hi, guys, how are
Yeah.
You know, they're on the
True.
5-0
I
courts.
know,
Hi,
well,
you remember us?
Beth, didn't you just win a 5-0 tournament?
Yes.
Recently, yeah. And Kelly's, and your play high level, and Kelly's, and I remember the first time that so we used, I used to play with Scott, and Scott and I, back in the day,
Yeah.
were pretty decent. And
Oh, very good.
And we usually did better than the people we were playing, and then I
Nice.
remember the first time you and George beat us. And it was like, Scott and I are like, oh my God. We got beat, and it was like downhill from there. It was downhill from there. But I was happy for you, and you know, because I'm
Yeah,
always,
you've always been happy. That's one thing. Flo.
I'm sweating in here.
Yeah.
I'm really happy if I like you,
Yes.
you know, and I like most of the players, but there may be some that I don't really care for players that think they're better than they are.
Right.
And they're not. That attitude drives me nuts.
Yeah.
You know.
True.
But you know, if I like you, I'm happy.
It's somewhat
Yeah.
rare. It's somewhat rare. I think people
You
that
think
are
that's
newer
rare?
sometimes think they're better than they are, but you know, I don't know. I don't see it very often.
The higher level players that we're playing with more often. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you guys are all playing higher level now. Even Todd went down to a 4-0. We're the 4-0 players. But I know that if we were to see you, you would at least say hello to us.
Oh,
Oh gosh.
we would all play
We'd be
together.
happy to play.
Flo, you know what made my day? I think it was during COVID. I don't know if it was the beginning of COVID. Anyways, at Ventu, and you gave me a mask.
Oh yeah.
That was really thoughtful. I
was
mean,
nice.
I thought that was really nice. So
That
those
can
little
be
things
nice.
that you always remember, you know. And then Todd, your nasty Nelson, I will never forget.
That was really nice.
You know, ever forget.
It was teaching you.
He's always
It was
he's always teaching. You know. Yes.
So tell us about your teaching or your business or your.
So whose idea was it to make a business teaching?
Yeah, how'd you get together, the three of you?
Yeah, that's a good question, Kelly. I think you got certified first.
Yeah.
Who were your inspirations? I mean, who did you?
The PPR?
Through PPR, but my whole life I've always had that entrepreneurial mind. You know, I've always sold something my entire life. I've always done something. And I remember I had 8 people that wanted to do a clinic. I'm like, I can't do this by myself. And I asked you, Mark.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Remember
great.
the first one we did at De Anza?
Yeah.
And so we did a clinic, and then I was talking to
Fantastic.
Beth. I'm like, you got to get certified. You know, you guys have to get certified.
Yes.
It's great. Da da da. And we'll be the base of for Ventura. We'll
Yeah.
get in when it's starting, and
Right.
hopefully
Yeah.
create a pickleball community here. So they all came on board, and then we started 002 Pickleball, 002
I love
Pickleball.
the name. That's a great name.
On Facebook, we have a page. We have a lot of people that have signed up, but we also went through Ventura Pickleball Club, who was a huge inspiration to us, as you, Todd, and helping us with all of our questions, and Ted Norris and Dave Wilcox, Tracy Wilcox.
Yes.
We all asked you guys a lot of questions because
Oh.
we didn't know how to get started. So we used all that information in your mentoring to help us with achieve what we're trying to achieve. And I think we did a great job as a team
Yeah.
in the city of Ventura until that kind of, I'm not going to say grew out of it, but, the city started having more classes. So then the city hired us 3, and so we all teach classes in Ventura. We're
Are you
for
the
the
only
city of
3 that
Ventura.
teach? At
We
the
are.
city?
We are.
And you teach
And
under,
they're
under the lights?
no, we don't have
No lights.
lights. Ventura doesn't even have permanent courts, so we have to schlep. Put up the courts, take down the courts, and we typically, on average, have 16 students per one instructor. And there's always a wait list for the classes.
So
Yeah.
you accept anybody that wants to take a clinic?
We don't go.
I know where this is going.
Well, so Flo, I'm doing a lot of talking here, but I apologize.
That's all right.
So Flo wanted to take one of our clinics, and
Really?
for her
Because
third
it said,
shot
it
drop.
said third shot drop.
Yes.
And
She goes, I
it
want
was
to.
at one of the trips at the
No,
Rincon.
it's God's honest truth. I saw Third Shot Drop Clinic. So
Yes.
I was here,
We,
and I said, I would like to take that. I would like to sign up for that.
and we were like, no.
No. Initially you said I
No,
could.
she can come help teach.
Yeah.
No, initially you
But
said
we
I could.
thought about
I
it.
put it on my
There's
little
some-
calendar.
yeah.
Oh, I was so excited.
Yeah.
I was going to learn
Oh.
the third shot, and then she dumps my butt.
Oh, really?
And yeah,
Says
Well,
we're
we
not-
have
we're not teaching
beginners.
flow.
That's. I think it was. I mean, there were
you
a
know,
lot of people that were
advanced
new.
beginners.
Yes, that.
advanced beginners. I'm kind of an advanced beginner in my third
No,
shot. With
not
my
at all.
third shot. I wasn't signing up for at the net.
I see what you're saying.
Right,
what I'm
So
saying?
specific
you wanted
one.
to
Okay.
improve on your third shot drop,
Yes.
and maybe I can learn
And
something
I thought
new, right?
my friends could, I was here.
Yes.
And we
Yes.
were thinking for you, and then screwed you out of a
Yeah,
spot.
thanks
That's it. That's what happened.
But apparently, but it's okay. You have a waiting list of other people that you do accept. So
So is there any groundswell to get courts? Do you guys
Yes.
organize anything?
We, not personally, Todd, but the Ventura Pickleball Club has a little momentum going, and I think we have a grant. We had a lady, Suki, that was working with the state to get some grant money, and possibly over at Camino.
At El Camino, 8 courts.
Yeah.
Right, 8 courts.
12.
Or is it 12?
12 now.
now,
Where,
yeah.
where's El Camino?
Wow.
I don't know where that is.
It is.
In Ventura?
In Ventura.
Yes.
Yeah, El
Camino Real Park.
Oh, it's a
They
park.
have a bunch
Okay.
of tennis courts there.
Okay.
The tennis courts have to get fixed up as well. It's a
Yeah.
package deal. The tennis courts get fixed, and then they'll build 12 new pickleball
so
courts.
what
New
is the
pickleball.
time frame?
Yes.
It's,
I don't know.
they have a lot of
Mystery.
things on the agenda.
It's an $8 million grant. I don't know if it's been awarded yet or not, but
It was supposedly looking good, you guys. So
Last you heard.
hopefully, we'll hopefully get something there. It's the perfect spot to have it. It's close to the freeway, so the noise problem shouldn't be an issue. So hopefully we can get some momentum there. The city's kind of behind that, so hopefully that'll be a start. Yeah, because really, I think we're finding now as we're teaching for Ventura, we're teaching so many people. We now have 2 pages, don't we, in the recreational
Parks and
guide
Rec,
park
yeah,
book.
activity guide.
So we're expanding. We've got more and more classes being added. So we're getting more and more people that want private lessons with us, clinics with us, and then they want to go to the next level. But also they're forming groups of 4, exchanging numbers, and now we're seeing all those courts getting very crowded.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we only have 2 parks in Ventura. Everybody's bought their own net so that they can play. And so we have 6 courts at one park and 4 at the other if somebody else is not playing tennis. So it's very, very little for
So
Ventura.
if you have no lights, when are you?
In the winter,
teaching?
you're
What
dead.
happens in the winter? You're just the week. Because are
Yeah.
you still working, Mark?
Yes, yeah, I'm still working full time. So I just teach indoors, so there are lights in that situation.
Oh.
So I'm teaching on just on a Monday night for the city, 2 classes back to back, and it's in a gymnasium it's got a basketball court floor. So we have them striped off. We don't have to rip up the tape, Todd. So that's good news, and that's okay. We have lights, and that worked pretty well because we had a pretty rainy and wet winter where the girls had to cancel or redo a few courts, and so that in a way that was kind of nice. Although I feel like it's very slidey and different with the ball on the gym floor, but that's the only indoor situation we have for the
Do
winter.
you guys teach indoor and other nights?
No.
So
It's just at West Park Community Center. Mark does the evening classes.
Yeah.
So we
Because
teach
of
it
his
back.
Job, so.
I mean, when do you,
We do at times, but we teach around our work schedules. So.
Yeah. I teach in the mornings, and then these guys teach when they're not working
Right.
their full-time jobs.
Right. Yeah.
Their real jobs.
Full-time job is important.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not sure you're about your priorities.
So.
so now you guys are doing corporate events. I think in some
Yeah.
of these. Yeah. So tell us what that is.
Well, we've started a business called Picklevents, and it's to do any kind of team building event for corporations
Wow.
or parties for, bridal
I want to be a part of
groups.
that.
Yeah.
That sounds
Birthday
fun.
party. We can do it for your next birthday party.
Yeah. Or flows. I remember the taco one. I missed that, darn it.
That's
So-
right. Because you
Yeah.
either didn't like me or didn't like tacos.
I went.
I love it.
Yes.
You went.
I went.
I wouldn't have missed it for the
Yes,
world. There was something big going on. It was a trip. But I will be at the next one if there's
So
a chance.
more
Okay.
about this
Yes.
business.
Yes.
Well, we're going to have a website. We're building our website right now, picklevents.com.
So who does
.com.
the website? Someone design it? You
We're
guys-
having somebody design it, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's in progress.
Exciting.
And you'll be able to make a reservation and pay online. You can call us, email us, and we'll figure out where, when, and how many people. And
So who's
what
your
you want.
market? Do you have that figured out?
Gosh, I mean, any
People you meet on the court that might be working for a bigger
Oh yeah.
company.
No, absolutely.
Right.
So anyone, it could be like, for example, we had a group of realtors inquire, a group of lawyers, and what's the second group you're doing?
money managers.
Money managers.
Now,
So-
how did you get those inquiries?
Beth?
The first one came through the Pickleball grapevine via Jude Tantoko. He, and I'm not sure who first contacted him, but I think it was somebody within this lawyer group knew somebody who played pickleball in the Santa Barbara area, and this corporate event was happening at the Bacara at the Ritz-Carlton in Santa Barbara. They asked Jude if he could do it, and he couldn't because he's a firefighter, didn't fit his schedule, and he asked me and
Cool.
So does
and
Jude
Dave
have
Wilcox, and we did it together.
Oh, you did it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how many participants did you have?
We were set up for 32, and
Oh,
we
wow.
ended up having 20. Yeah, 20 players on the court.
So you felt successful?
It was very successful,
Yeah.
yes. And tomorrow I'm going back to, so they kept our names at the Bacara, and tomorrow I'm going back to do a smaller one at the
Wonderful,
Bacara.
Beth.
Yeah,
Cool.
so my name's on the list there.
Cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
That's,
so that's
really good.
a smaller group. But yeah, they loved us. So we had the more experienced players do a round robin, and then the people who've never played
Yeah.
get a 2-hour lesson and are playing games by the end of the 2 hours, and do like a mini round robin.
That's
So
so
really,
cool.
like, what's the difference between somebody that wants to just sign up for a clinic or a corporate event?
Absolutely.
I just
Working
need
as
the
a team.
mechanics of it. Like, what's
Okay.
the? How does that look different than people coming to a clinic? If you're running that, how does it look different? Are you?
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead,
okay.
Kelly.
So I think so. Basically, so how does it look different from someone from a corporate event versus someone a clinic?
Like a clinic
four-person
or a
clinic.
round robin. You just set up a round robin
right.
just in general. How
But I
is
think
that-
so. It's kind of open to most of the people that call and they want to do a pickleball event. They're familiar with pickleball. There's a few people in that company that are familiar with pickleball,
Sure.
so they know what they want. So
Sure.
they're telling us, hey, we'd like to learn about pickleball and then also incorporate a round robin at the end, and we'll provide the gifts, and then we provide the food and drinks, and the extent of the food is whatever they're looking for. So if it's over lunch, then we we provide lunch at
Oh,
a
you
cost
do?
to them,
Really?
not as
Oh,
part
okay.
of the cost,
Okay.
but we're in charge of organizing it. It's an event. We're hosting an event, so
Right.
not only are we instructors, we're hosting an event. We want them to have an experience. We want them to leave
Mm-hmm.
knowing how to play pickleball. And to answer your question regarding, you have different departments in a company: purchasing,
Right.
manufacturing. You have C-level. You have shipping, receiving. So to bring all of these people together
Right.
that normally don't converse on a daily basis,
Oh, okay.
and now
So
they're
good.
on the
Yeah.
same team,
Yeah.
it builds morale. And if your morale is built in a company, you have producers, and
Right.
that you want a company that produces
Right.
right at the end of the day. So we're just kind of hoping that the experience that we can provide
Yeah.
with our knowledge of pickleball and just wanting people to have a good time and have fun, that
So what if it's
They will leave.
a bridal
Like it.
party or a birthday party? What's the difference with that?
so it's there's a bridal party, right? So obviously somebody in that group is into pickleball, and she or he, if it's a what do you call it, bridegroom party,
Yeah.
and sort of want to have pickleball, they're already familiar, so they just want to like, hey, I'm playing this great sport, and I want you all to learn about it too.
Right.
So it's, if they said, hey, we want to have a bridal shower, white canopy, well then, okay, I guess we do a
That's what I'm
bridal
saying. So
shower
you're
white
doing
canopy.
that kind of thing.
Yeah, so
Right.
it's in
Whatever they
essence
want.
whatever
We're
they
like,
want.
we're
So you're
adaptable.
telling
Yeah.
us. So one of the things that we're hoping to do is provide packages. We're partnered with people that are caterers, people that are massage therapists,
That's so
chiropractors,
cool.
stretch people.
Yeah.
So we have partners that we currently work with now, but now we can actually put them on the platform for Picklevents on the website and kind of bring it all together. So it's going to be kind of like a hub. So we're just figuring it out. Like
Yeah.
you're asking the questions, we're kind of figuring it out too. And so we just can I share a plug real quickly?
course.
So I
can edit it out.
I also represent Acacia Sports. Acacia Sports is partnered with in Pickleball Magazine.
Is that Roger Lim too?
Roger Lim too, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So I'm not sure if Roger Lim is part of the project that I'm part of, that they asked me to be part of. But anyhow, basically they're partnered with in Pickleball and also Match.com. Okay, so Match.com.
Oh, interesting.
So anyway, so get a call at Acacia Sports. They, asked if I'd be interested in hosting an event. What's this event all about? Well, it's around pickleball, and it's around pickleball, and so we want you to be out there for an hour and a half, get the courts, and you teach people pickleball and kind of host this event, getting people talking, these single people, and it's all
Wonderful.
from Match.com.
That's so
So
awesome.
I think
they
that's a
all
great idea.
register through Match.com. I
Oh.
show up at Miranda Park in Port Hueneme, and there
Okay.
should be 16 people, something 19, something like that, and 2
Wow.
courts, and then we do this event. But the beautiful thing about that is because we're Picklevents, we get 26 million viewers. Our name gets to be out there
Wonderful.
on
On Match.
Match.com.
Oh,
So that's huge,
Aha.
and possibly a plug in Pickleball is what they said. So
Wonderful.
So we just
Kelly.
talked to 2 single guys. I did. Todd wasn't there that day. Talking about pickleball and how to meet singles women
Yeah.
playing pickleball, and they want to be on. It's Jerry and Randy. They want to do a podcast about how to meet women in pickleball. But my
Tell them to
gosh,
go
they
on
get
Match.com.
Yes.
Wow.
because they're hosting it September 19th at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay.
I love it, Kelly. That's a great. That's a great
years
event.
ago, Todd
And a great-
did have when he was teaching through the Parks and Rec, he did have a class for singles to sign up.
Yeah.
And I think he only had, 3 or 4 people?
Yeah, like
And 2 of them were
three
married.
girls and one guy was married.
The guy was married.
Dirty dog.
Yeah. And it was like... But it
You're
was-
ahead of your time, Todd.
Yeah, he was. He was ahead of his time.
I know. In LA, they're doing a singles mingle pickleball.
That's
Very
really
good.
cool, Kelly. That's really
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
And so what's another plug? What's that on your hat?
My hat, Yola. So I'm a Yola champion rep. So
Wow, champion. Lex.
Mark
Tell me
and
that.
Beth, like with the classes that we teach, they all have some of the Yola paddles. So with the new people on the block, they're super excited about playing, and they want to paddle because a lot of them come in with their wooden paddles that they purchased on Amazon, 2 for
Right.
$20. So when they start trying out the other paddles. So I've been a Yola rep for over a year now. So
What's the cheapest Yola paddle?
the least expensive is like roughly $60
that's good.
for starters.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
I was
What
going to
is
say
it?
150. That's going to be.
No, they do sell a starter kit though with 2 beginner paddles, 2 balls, and a bag for $125 roughly.
That's great for those
So,
2
yeah.
paddles.
So-
So tell me what champion is. That mean?
It just means I'm a sales rep for them. I rep
Yeah.
the product.
She's
Okay.
a good sales.
A good sale. I thought that meant, yeah, that
Got
sounds
it.
higher. Like,
So, it was difficult. I had to write them 3 times,
Right.
begging them, please, please.
Really?
Yeah, I did 3 times. I did. Yeah. I said you're missing out. Anyway,
Yeah.
so you can deduct. I'm being.
no, you're right. They would have been messing out if they
Yeah,
didn't
so,
because,
yeah.
you know, with the 3 of us together and all promoting the.
Promoting
that,
it. Great.
Yeah.
It works.
There's a lot. You're basically selling out all the time. I know.
Yeah, a lot,
Yeah,
a lot.
it's
And I
fantastic.
just want one more thing, which I think the beautiful thing is that, you know, we teach these people, and then when we're not playing pickleball and we're at the fair or we're downtown for something, and you see the people that are in your class and they're so happy to see you, and then you remember their name and they get a smile on their face, that you can't even
Yes.
put a
Priceless.
price tag. It's
Priceless.
priceless.
Very good.
Absolutely priceless. So I'm
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, no,
What
that's
about you guys?
that's great, Kelly. No, I think that is a great.
You didn't know all that stuff already?
I didn't know she was a champion salesperson. I didn't know she had the title, but I know she is.
It's called a champion rep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they call it a
but
champion
I know she's
rep.
good.
Very good. That's
It's funny.
That's very good.
So have you guys? You don't organize trying to get courts, right? So you're waiting for 12 courts to get built. You're just on a hold.
Yes.
What about starting a petition? Turn it into
It's
the
been
city.
done.
It's done.
It's been
And
done.
Yeah.
did
The
it get a
community
response?
really, really wants courts. They've
Yeah.
been very active about it. Yeah.
Did the city respond?
The Ventura
Kind of lukewarm,
Yeah.
you know.
Because in my experience with petitions, they don't ignore them. They're like bound by some rules that we can't ignore people. So
They say, we hear you, we want to build courts, we want to help you out. It's a matter of money. It's an issue of money.
well, why don't they just resurface the shitty courts you're on? I mean,
Yeah, I
think small or
They
something.
need to fix
Yeah.
the sewer system first.
I was told that.
Well,
At
that's
the
it.
golf course.
That's a health issue,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we have a separate line tax item like other areas for recreation, and I think that's why we're suffering a little bit getting the
It
money
all goes
together.
into the general fund.
Yes, yeah. So we're having trouble appropriating monies for this, Todd. Yeah, so we're still working on that, but hopefully that grant will at least get us off the ground and get those first 12. We'll see.
So do you guys go to city council meetings and take your pickleball paddles and?
So Ventura has a Ventura
Yeah.
Pickleball Club, and they have a very loud voice. And so the ambassadors for the city of Ventura
Ventura Pickleball
Pickleball Club. So it's
VCPC.
like, pardon me.
VCPC.
VCPC.
But is that
Yeah.
like Catherine
Yeah, it's
Nolan?
Catherine,
And
No.
Okay.
That's Ventura County.
Oh.
So it's
you have-
interesting how they
oh.
got that name, because I thought, well, that's pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
So no,
Yeah.
this is Ventura Pickleball
well, I
Club.
think they probably started theirs first.
No, Ventura
No?
Pickleball Club had it.
VPC.
But they're Ventura County. I don't
Right.
think so. It's
Ah.
totally different. So Ventura County
Because
versus
I've
just
never.
Ventura.
That's the first time I've heard of
Oh, Ventura.
Ventura Pickleball.
Yeah.
VPC.
So Leonard is the ambassador, Bruce and Annalie, and so they have some very, very strong voices, and they
Yeah.
go to the meetings
Oh,
that
good.
they have, and
Yeah.
so.
And Doreen.
And
she's-
Doreen.
Yeah.
Doreen's great. And they give their speeches and so make their case. So I think the last case that they made, which was maybe 5 or 6 months ago, did
Right.
have some impact.
Yes.
They asked them to come back, and then they even called up someone on the city council and said, well, did you get a bid on this? How much did it cost? So they were asking those good questions. And I think that's how the grant got rolling and whatnot.
Very good.
So
So hopefully we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So are you guys in any tournaments coming up?
Nationals.
Nationals.
You're going to
Nationals.
Texas.
Yeah.
Going to Texas.
You're going to
Texas.
Texas and you're
Yeah.
going to Texas.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're all going to Texas.
That's
We're
That's
playing
right.
together. I have to
Oh,
remind them. We're,
yeah.
we're playing together.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I'm bringing them their water. Carrying their bags.
Are you playing, Kelly?
I am.
Oh,
I
who are
am.
you
Good.
playing?
It's singles.
Oh, singles.
Myself.
That's fantastic.
She
That's
is
great.
So
badass at singles too.
Yeah,
This is
Impressive.
kind of this is great,
Impressive.
and it's more of a. Would you say a newer venture, Kelly? You're doing
the singles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
it is. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I could go back that way and to do singles. I don't know. That's excellent.
Are you guys
Yeah.
playing this week anywhere?
Todd wants to play with you guys. He's here.
Oh
all week.
yes. Oh, we're
That's
all.
why. That's why I invited you here.
Oh, I got you, Todd. Yeah.
That's a very elaborate.
That's
We
pretty well
Poor
thought
guy.
out.
You know, I love it.
He needs to get out.
I'm
and
on
play.
vacation.
Needs to get out. I think it's still the fastest growing sport in
Oh,
America.
yeah.
I think, right? I feel like our classes are just getting fuller. We're getting bigger. You know,
Event 2 is packed,
absolutely. Yeah.
and they're putting in more courts in Camarillo, right? So
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
When is
I-
that slated
I
to happen?
suspect that'll be packed if they get a lot of
Yeah.
courts in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, one of the things I do want to say is that if Ventura does get new courts, I want the three of us to run it.